I'm excited to be here. My name is Jules Dudko. I'm a Ukrainian-born founder. I am the founder of Frequency. We are a Web3 marketing and creative agency. We power game-changing companies of every size, and we believe storytelling is the best tool to convey ideas, and we connect audiences and brands on the same frequency. Today, I'm excited to talk about NFTs and the digital identity, especially as it relates to artificial intelligence, a very exciting topic these days. I don't know if you have heard of the recent story of David Guetta. I like him a lot as an artist. He recently performed a new track to a completely sold-out audience. It was a great track, and he had Eminem perform a verse. And turns out a few days later that Eminem didn't actually write the verse. He wasn't even working with David Guetta. And David Guetta admitted that he used AI tools because he thinks they're quite fascinating to create a new verse. Now, topics like this are what really confuses the blurred lines of how do we interact with anything we see anymore, especially as it relates to online identities. I'm going to take a little poll for the audience. How many of you know that there are no current laws in the United States to protect you from deepfakes? Can I get a raise of hands? Okay, a couple people. It's strange, right? It's very, very weird that David Guetta had basically what he did was legal. Right now, as it states in US law, is that the creator of content owns the copyright to it. And the only people who are protected by it are actually people who are impersonating politicians and in pornography. Now, I have no problem with AI tools. I actually think AI tools could be great for us in terms of being able to work more efficiently. However, where do these machines get information? And if you're not familiar, machines get data, they get uploaded the data, they learn from that data, and they release an output. Or said machine basically scrapes the internet, completely ignoring copyright or paid content. Well, we are here at an NFT conference. All of us really believe in the concept of Web3. But in Web 2, especially as it relates to tech giants, we're very familiar with privacy and data concerns. And so this is something where I believe could be a really unique interaction with NFTs. Blockchain transactions show ownership, right? And as we've seen in the last couple of years, NFTs have become a digital identity for many. There have been VC companies, burger restaurants, brands, influencers, you name it, as it relates to one NFT. This helps prevent confusion. So when we are interacting online, knowing that you're interacting with a specific NFT, you know that that is indeed the person that you're interacting with. So, for example, I'm sure we all know somebody who is quite prevalent on crypto Twitter, for example. Somebody else decides to be quite clever, and they start a new account, and they start pushing a new NFT project, for example. Quickly, the community reacts. They report the account, they say it's an impersonator, and hopefully that account gets removed. That is the way we've currently seen protection, especially as it relates to ownership. So just to debrief, we know that NFTs give us ownership, they give us protection, and they give us agency. They give us ownership in a way we've never experienced before in Web3 in terms of being able to own a piece of the internet. It gives us protection from bad actors to be able to claim that we did indeed do the transaction, and it gives us the agency, which is one of my favorite parts about Web3 and NFTs, to be able to transact, chat, and communicate in the way that we want going forward. Now, this is the exciting part. When anyone can look, sound, write, and act like you, AI and digital ownership opens up a new use case for NFT mass adoption. Now, for a second, take a step with me into the future. If I had a magic wand and we would say, okay, how does AI protect humans? We look at this in a way of new smart contracts, kind of like the way we've been acting with NFT royalties today. End-to-end transactions would link from AI to said individual, or let's say an artist's work. When I would put in and say, okay, I'm Jules, I want to have Jules' secret sauce, how do I create a marketing strategy? So someone would put in a prompt, would say, I would like to create NFT brand strategy in the voice of Jules Dudko, and then it would be an output. At that moment, I would get a kickback of that royalty. Now, that does sound like a wonderful solution. Unfortunately, we're a few steps away from that technically. It is important for us to note that we can't really do that because AI is centralized. And even though we are here talking about decentralized concepts, a lot of what's preventing us to join forces with AI is because of people who own it. So it is going to be very important for us as a community to be able to have an open discourse with institutions, governments, and founders on how we are going to build the future of AI to be able to protect humans, but not only that, at least help us monetize content in a more efficient way. Now, let's come back to reality and say, you're going to say, okay, Jules, this is great, but I am here and I want to do something and I want to build something that we can do today. And I think this opens up a really great topic of new signatures. And what I mean by new signatures is we're already seeing this in Twitter, we're seeing this with a couple of other social medias, where you have your NFT or your ENS linked to it directly. And I think this needs to be the norm for almost everything. Websites, blogs, email signatures. I envision a place where we kind of have a soul-bound wallet or a soul-bound place to really be able to have your driver's license and any other identification documents to push back to you as the creator. And therefore, if a deep fake decides to copy you, they're going to be able to look at that transaction or that wallet, and they know it's not you. And I believe that is a really sustainable future for us to be able to coexist with AI. Now, I am going to leave you with my favorite quote. The best way to predict the future is to create it. NFTs, AI, and digital ownership make it possible for these to exist together to protect us. And I know that everyone who's here is a visionary and someone who's interested in molding the future of the internet and building it together. If you are interested in creator royalties, if you're interested in AI, if you're interested in NFTs to protect us, if you're interested in NFTs as a identity as a service, which has been a great word these days, please reach out to me. I'm building a new product to be able to create and protect AI royalties with creators, individuals, and teams. So please do reach out to me. Again, my name is Jules Dudko. You can reach out to me on LinkedIn. You can reach out to me on Twitter at JulesOnTheDaily, and I'm really keen to be able to connect with all of you to be able to build the future of the internet together.
Thanks, Jules. That was terrific.